How's it going, guys? Joshua August here. Welcome to 1 Minute Prophecy. Welcome all new subscribers and people who have been following me for a while. Been making encouraging videos for over a year now, every week. Over 50 videos, haven't failed. But this is the video of the week where I get an encouraging word from the Lord and I share it with you, and we've got a lot of good feedback on these. I also release music. I released a music video, Shine, recently. Hope you like that song.
I will shine for you forever and ever, and I will trust in you.
There's a link in the description to iTunes, and I appreciate any shares or any support on that. So anyways, let's get into the word. I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing 11:11 probably 15 to 20 times just in the last 5 days. No joke. In movies, in my car, on the phone, like just really blowing me away. There's a lot of great interpretations for it. I'll go through a few. David Wilkerson has said in the past, he's a famous evangelist and prophet, a lot of accuracy in his words, but he said it represents, a double portion, like the Elisha to Elijah, which we receive that, right? There are 2 11s, right? So the double portion. I've heard other leaders say it represents a second chance. If you've laid down your ministry in the past or ran from God or things like that, or quit, and sometimes we get discouraged and we quit, let's be honest. I also believe it means that, and it leads me into my focal interpretation. Focal, wow, that sounds pretty serious. My main interpretation, which I think it represents the 11th hour workers. And I looked up my video from last year. It's almost been a year. I released it in August. I'm going to play a little clip that I think is relevant for today. But I think it really has to do with Matthew 20, the workers who are working at the end of the day. And the key phrase is, they say no one would hire us. It doesn't say we weren't looking for work. There is no work. I always like to look at what's not being said. They said no one would hire us. And I think that represents, a lot of the remnant, the last days remnant. And I believe a lot of you are the people God is, wanting to hire. He's wanting you to work for this last end time great, movement. So take a look at this clip and I'll be right back. Matthew 20. So the one thing that the Lord really highlighted to me about the 11th hour, it's a great chapter, but he said at the 11th hour, he went out and he found others standing idle. And he said, why have you been standing idle all day? And he said, because no one's hired us. And he said, go to the vineyard and you'll receive as well. And I know some of the people interpret this as Jews and Gentiles. They tie it into the wedding feast and things like that. But what I heard was that there's a lot of people just tying into the other words I've been saying in September and prophetic voices rising, that these are people who are rejected, that didn't fit in. They're misfits. They are people who you would never pick, or the Bible, or the church would never pick, just like the fishermen and tax collectors. But and I feel like that these are part of the remnant. And even David Wilkerson said a lot of that in his words. Wasn't that a blessing? Yeah, God really got my attention, guys. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen 11:11. Like, it almost scares me. And I've heard words like, urgency, just time to really stand and to shine, and to not wait for things to happen as a believer, not wait for, the enemy to take ground. But the word says, the violent take it by force. Jesus was a go, go, go. He was on the move, doing miracles, doing ministry, so much. It says that even all the books of the world could not contain everything that Jesus did. So he was a doer, and we're supposed to be doers of the word, not hearers only. Amen? But anyways, I just want to encourage you, the last day workers, the people that people didn't want, because it says they didn't want to hire us. And I really want to focus on that. And I just believe that you're people who didn't fit in, like that clip said, and outcast, creative, just really different. But no one ever really used you or reached out to you a lot, so you're not dependent on that affirmation. And it hurts at the times, but that actually is a blessing. So anyways, I just want to say, have faith in God. If you're struggling financially, if things are dry right now, a lot of prophets are saying, the breakthrough for your ministry, because I've been plowing a long time too, guys. I really understand. And work with kids, it's tough. You don't see fruit for a long time, and it's that last lap. You want to quit, you want to snap, you want to give up, just say I'm done or through or this isn't working. But I want to encourage you, God, the word of the Lord is have faith. Don't be a person of ye of little faith. Don't be that person. Remind yourself, like David did, of the things God did in the past, and God will be very pleased with that. And I also want to encourage you to declare things like no weapon formed against you will prosper. I was having trouble sleeping for a long time, and I ended up finding out it was actually something like kind of attacking my life, and I prayed against it and rebuked it, and it stopped. So I want to encourage you, do have authority to speak and to ask God for things. The word says you have not because you ask not. So it's a time to ask for some things too. Anyways, be blessed. Love you guys so much. Check out my song on iTunes, and I will see you soon.